take, man. Obviously, can't watch too much of it because they BOD with it. Rex undisputed before this. Got some more coming later today and all week football videos. So
is greater than the distance between 2 and 5. So let that sink in.
Sheesh.
The distance between 1 and 2. The best quarterback in the league, which is Patrick Mahomes, and whomever you believe to be number 2, there's a bigger gap between 1 and 2 than 2 and 5.
I agree.
What he's done: 333 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. One of 5 quarterbacks that has at least one of 5 quarterbacks in the league to 3 Super Bowls.
Shannon
Brady,
had
Montana,
10,000
Brad Jones,
yards.
Troy Aikman, and only Aikman and Mahomes had it at 20 before their 30th birthday. It's just. It's how he does it, guys.
Yeah, it really is how he does it. It really is.
Position and me playing in the league and Stephen A. You following the game. It's how he does it. Ash tracked down this stat. In playoff games, down by 7 or more in the Patrick Mahomes era, the Chiefs are 9-2 in the postseason.
It's ridiculous.
The next best quarterback since 1950
it's fucking
is Tom
ridiculous,
Brady
bro.
at 10 and 11.
It's really just ridiculous, bro.
He's 7 games over 500, and everybody else is under 500. He's the best. We can put that to bed, but it's how he does it. It seems like when the moment gets at his greatest, at his apex, he's able to relax a lot like Brady. And I'm saying, Dio, we talked about this. And Stephen, we talked about this early in the postseason.
Sure.
When you have the momentum, you better put as much separation as you possibly can between you and the team that you have the momentum against, because they're going to get the momentum. And when they get it, if you haven't put enough separation between them,
Nico!
And that's what happened last night. In that first half, the 49ers, instead of being up 10-3 or whatever they 10-3, I think, they needed to be up 17-3. They needed to be up 20-3 because you had so much momentum, and it seemed like everything 3 and out, 3 and out. And the one drive that it seemed like the Kansas City was going to put it together, Pacheco fumbled the football. But for me, I am not going to be a prisoner of a moment, and because I believe that
he gets to 5 and continues to play.
If he gets to 5 and in the eye test, it's going to be hard to say. It really is tough because Brady beat him, but
no. It proved he's great. It proved what he is, what we all thought he was.
Prove what we knew.
We've seen Tom Brady do that before.
Yes.
We've seen Joe Montana do that before.
Correct.
And so when we look at it from that perspective, we have to take that into account. I will remind you that the great Joe Montana is 4-0 in Super Bowls with a 27.8 passer rating. Okay, we've seen him.
Mahomes 3-1. I mean, still unbelievably great.
Number that I want to throw out to you, DL, because I think that or a stat that I want to throw out to you because I think you'll greatly appreciate what I'm about to say. Do you know of Joe Montana? You too. Joe Montana's 4 Super Bowls. Do you know 3?
It depends how long Mahomes played. Could he play a 40 type like Brady? Like a little, like, is he going to be built like that? He might be.
Marino and Boomer Esiason. They were all regular season MVPs. Joe Montana beat him. And the one other person that he beat was John Elway, who's a Hall of Famer.
Who's also an MVP.
There we go. So we're talking about Joe Montana here. So when we're talking about the GOAT, the greatest of all time, we can have that debate for another day, even though I look at it from a totality standpoint and say, excuse me.
Now we ask the very same of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he's far ahead of Brady at 28, yeah.
I can't say enough about it.
We can talk about Brady. We can say Joe. But not at this age. He's so far ahead of where they were at this age. That's what we're talking about. There have been great pianists, but when we see a guy that can play Chopin and play these great classic songs at 10, now that's a whole different ball game. He's only 28 with 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 regular season MVPs, and 2 5,000-yard passing
regular season MVPs. That boy had the most Super Bowl MVPs, bro. Because Brady didn't win the Super Bowl MVP every time.
It's the best it's the best start in sports history.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's him or Tiger Woods in that conversation. Shannon, you just talked about it, the calmness. Again, we were in the stadium last night. They were shell-shocked early on in that football game. Shell-shocked. If you watched, the defense was able to run on and off the field, nothing from the offense. It looked like the offense was just trying to, like, get through the game, candidly, in the first half. Didn't look that way from Patrick. Patrick never flinched. He never blinked. He didn't have 1,000-yard
10-point deficit in every single Super Bowl. He has been.
Man.
He has found a way to come
Mahomes
back,
is top 3 for sure. I would say 2.
Last night is you
Damn near. I want to say better than Brady. I just can't. It's very close.
Tampa, not Tampa.
If he goes 3-peat,
but against Philadelphia,
I don't know. I think I'm gonna give it to him.
Before that.